mind, too. It's probably able to be further back than I give it credit.
Oh, come on.
So I did a thing, not only obviously buying the
I don't know what that means.
Xbox One, but I have now Fallout New Vegas. So that's fun.
Did I never give you that, or did I only give you 3?
Well, I mean, it's... I don't recall.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the save systems on this do work. We were just complaining about how saves are cheated on most emulators, but the actual save files work. Yeah. This game did have some great music. And if I remember correctly from where we were last time, this is after we've gotten sent back in time. Hi, I've just barged into your house. Oh, well, okay. I suppose this is establishing what we already knew. The volume's probably too loud. I don't know where my remote went.
It's going to get louder just simply to prove the point.
Not yet.
It's
supposed to be over here.
Is it?
It's supposed to be within reach of the armchair. Aha! Fell off. That's probably fine.
I feel like some of this dialogue at times is so only for the function and...
Well, back in this day, I don't think we were...
Well, it's only for the
super
function of
sophisticated.
communicating a part of the story, so it's like, what are you talking about? It's this year.
Who's
it's
this kid?
I didn't ask that.
She's trapped me in her
I
carpet.
actually just said, how are you?
I don't know, kid. How would you know? Why is that? Apparently we get quantum entangled every time we touch. Because every time we touch... I don't even know the lyrics to that song anymore. That's how old it is. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to go sleep in your bed. I'm going to fart in your pillow.
Wow, that just digressed really quickly. I thought you were going the same route as like...
Oh, it won't let me.
I don't want to be her friend. I just want to wake up in her bed. And then it was like, I'm going to fart on her pillow. And I was like, well, okay.
Which of those do you think would have been the least troublesome? I felt like I went with the least questionable option.
Well, depending on how
I've
you
been
look
here
at
before.
I suppose he is a juvenile, so...
Yeah, I don't actually know how old he's supposed to be. Residence. Okay, I've been here too. I don't remember what we did, because it's been a really long time. Oh, it actually says right there, 600 AD. Now the question is, that means that there was a fictional version of Chrono Christ. Either that, or this AD simply refers to some other...
Isn't it? Yeah.
Deity.
It's the weird... Because people argue now it's the BCE and the...
Yeah, but see, that's just nonsense.
Oh, I totally
Because it's like, yeah, we're not actually going to change it. We're going to change the dates at all. We're just going to change what we call them. And it's like, well, that's stupid. That's just petty. Hoy, mate. Yeah, okay. I see what you mean. I mean... Again, I think it's a product of its age, but...
Well, sure. But it's like you literally walk up like, how are you? What? That doesn't belong here. Don't stick that there.
Guardia Forest. I don't actually know what we're supposed to do. We got sent back in time to find... I forget, is it the slut or is it a hoe? I think it's the slut we have to find. Because, you know, that's the age-old, that's the timeless experience. Oh, hello! Blue Eaglet. It's what they used to call me in track team. I don't know what any of these mean.
I thought that was your stripper name.
Well, I mean, not for long. Okay, I don't know what my actual... Oh,
that's
okay,
also what they said when you were stripping.
Oh. Okay, so I think we picked the... I remember when we said... because
mega hard.
Well, there's supposed to be...
Oh, no. Did we make it a...
I wonder if I doubt there's going to be a way to change it. But I seem to have a recollection that what we did is that there was an option on the main menu to be like, do you want the hybrid turn-based system or the strictly turn-based system? And it seems like we've accidentally got the turn-based system where like enemies can still move around and attack us when it's supposed to be our turn.
which I feel like is...
That's a modern thing, and it usually sucks. If I have to do it, I'd rather go back to the strict system.
I feel like the strict
oh
system
boy!
reminds me so much
Alright,
of
well,
just
let's see if I can... Roly and green imp. Attack.
Roly?
Attack that one. There you go. 34. All right.
You just wasted that guy.
Attack. Whoop. No, I don't need that. Oh boy. I'm having to remember that the attack or that the A and B buttons are different. Okay. Well, at least. Oh boy. MP. Is that my health or is that whose health is that? Attack him. What? Isn't it? Oh, okay. Okay, these guys are harder to hit than the last time. Oh no. Wow.
Oh no.
I suck.
I suck.
I was slightly concerned because I never was one for these sorts of JRPG types. But this game is of such a famous caliber that I felt like I could
get over it.
Play it, but
Paper Mario is great when it comes to that
I've
whole
heard about that.
JRPG.
Let's go to the cathedral first.
But it's because they do it very... They almost over-explain it. At the beginning, they have like a whole tutorial about this is how this works, and this is what a JRPG is, and then you, as you're playing through it,
how do I join in on this little sway?
You have the ability when they're attacking you to still buff or debuff or whatever it may be, and so that's kind of helpful.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff.
Because if you could respond quick enough, you could actually save yourself. Like at one point, you can literally switch places with a member of your party, like at last minute, and then they get hit rather than you.
They're all doing this kind of dance.
Which is a little bit...
Come on back to the church. Come on back to the church. Okay. What's with the awkward pause there, nun?
What is that?
You could use a place to rest. I mean, as friends. She looks away from me when she says it, too. What are you implying, sister?
What are you implying, sister?
I'll just rest up here, I guess.
Come and serve, for you are weary.
Okay, well, can I talk to you guys?
Out there. What? People would...
Okay, I think I might be onto something. I think this is a false temple. This is a cultish thing because they're all acting a little bit. Yeah, there's a plot twist coming. They all act strange.
What?
I think this is a cult.
They're vampires.
Or something like that. Okay, so they're. I felt clever at first, but now I think they're just making it very obvious. Okay, well, I guess into the bad forest with the painful critters. See, Darkest Dungeon sort of got me to recognize that turn-based battling is not something I hate inherently.
So what makes it good versus bad?
I think it's just got to be the clarity of each attack and skill. Because Darkest Dungeon does a good job of making it really, well, it's complicated, but it's also sensible. Whereas
what do you mean?
Well, in that there's a lot of things you've got to get your head around, but they are at least consistent, so getting your head around them is more a matter of focus than it is like feeling I've got to study something. No! Alright. Am I under-leveled? Because literally we just got sent back to this time period, and I don't have any equipment on me. I think. I'm not sure this will be a game that we can actually play the full way through, just because it's going to be too embarrassing. Whoop! That was the wrong button.
You just...
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. This is perfectly fine, perfectly legal. Nothing untoward happened at all.
Nothing untoward.
Okay, what do I got?
Oh, dear.
I keep forgetting. Okay. A and B are reversed. I've got a pendant, and I got a tonic. I have 2 of them. And a power glove that gives me power.
Yes, hence the power glove.
Okay, so that's it. Organize. Boy, these are...
The glove
These are
is
my
giving him power.
Okay, so I have 2 abilities. And one of them is not to remember which control scheme this is. Cyclone Slash. Okay, so that's the only... Oh, no, okay, so I can...
How many do you have?
Not enough, apparently. Oh, boy. Okay, so this is like a settings menu. Whoa!
Wait.
Is this what we were talking about? The hybrid system or the... Well, it was set to wait, so I'm going to see what active does, just out of curiosity. Oh, I could probably mess with that too, but that'll probably only make it harder. Battle speed. I have no clue. I mean, maybe for my own sake, I need to bring it down to slow. Wait, no, is that fast? Fast. Okay, so go. I don't know what it was before, but I'm going to go maximum slow. I don't... What? Okay, hang on. What's the difference? Battle gauge speed versus mess speed. You got any idea?
Gauge speed?
What is gauge versus mess?
Gauge would be like engage, or they mess.
Let's just go flat in the middle for both of them since I have absolutely no clue. Well, I don't know what that does. There's my save data. Alright, well, I'm just going to see what the heck that did. Yeah, we got to find something to play all the way through again, because I found that, when I was looking back on some stuff today, I found that I think we... When the game is an on-running thing, the conversations, it becomes easier to have sort of long-form discussion.
Well, that's, yeah. I think because obviously...
Because in the one-offs, we spend so much time trying to grasp what the game's about, we don't actually end up talking about anything.
Or in some cases, we're thoroughly enthralled with the game, and then we just end up being...
Well, that's pretty rare, actually.
When was the last time that we actually played one that was just very shocking?
In a good way?
Yeah. Like, I would say that one that is like you're fighting with that group. That was a turn-based one as well. But it was like you have the one where we had the dwarfish guy and we had to put him forward because he was like the berserker type or whatever.
That's probably, you're talking about Darkest Dungeon. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but see, these guys hurt a lot.
See, I thought that one was a very good representation of what turn-based could be.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying, is about the game that made me actually realize that I don't hate it universally. Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can... There's nowhere else to go. I don't think I have any... Do I have any money to buy stuff? Maybe I need some help. Okay, first of all, can I sell anything? I got a tonic.
Have you seen those videos of the guy that like makes up... So he takes...
Wait, hang on. Do I have 50... What? 5,009... Is it 509G or 5,096?
Looks like maybe...
Oh, that's interesting. They animate when the stats are better.
What?
That's kind of funny, actually. Because the... Alright. Yeah, something that increases my damage resistance would be great, so one of these would do that. No offense, but I don't think the level of protection offered by a bronze helmet is equal to the level of protection, or not thereof, of a gi.
Sure it is, you little
Also, why is this cheaper?
dojo rat.
Why is this a cheaper item?
I have no idea.
Can I afford it? Well, I guess this will tell me how... Yes, I can. Oh, okay. So it was 500.
Okay.
That's still something. Revive. Recovers. This does slightly more damage. I don't have enough money for it though, so I'm just gonna buy.
Put that karate gi on.
I'm just gonna buy a bunch of these. There we go. Now I'm ready to go to the creepy woods. That doesn't even make much sense.
No, I
thought you were about to argue that it did.
No.
Actually, it makes plenty of sense. All right, wait, hang on. I bet you I have to actually like put it on.
I think have you played Paper Mario at all?
No, I've heard a lot about it.
Because that one is actually a decent game as far as the.
Where's me items? Oh, okay, so I am wearing it.
It's interesting. I'm not normally a Mario fan when it comes to.
Wait, does this just organize?
Past.
Oh, that just moves stuff around?
Like Mario 64, not my favorite.
I mean, I'm not a fan of that era of platformer.
But that's what I mean.
What? Dadgummit. I just used a tonic without needing to.
And I feel as though they all kind of went
right, lads,
in that same direction and suffered.
I mean, Banjo-Kazooie I liked. Probably the most of that style of game.
But it still is not my favorite. I find that
no.
I play them for a bit and then it feels monotonous. And I don't know why that
usually
is
that guy
by comparison
dies.
to a 2D situation.
Well, I don't think the fact that it's 2D is what makes a difference.
Well,
normally this guy dies in one hit.
There's something that it does actually I appreciate about the linear nature of just me going, okay, I start over here on the west side and I move to the east side. Like,
that's okay. That's so simple.
Sure. But I mean, yeah. The thing about Paper Mario is
they're hurting me.
It kept the
item tonic.
It was well. I mean, it was very.
Yes,
new
of course, on me, you fool.
They obviously, it was a completely new concept as far as turn-based within the Mario context, but it helped you to feel like you were just genuinely exploring the world and just talking to random people and stuff like that, rather than most of the time the platformer sides of Mario when it comes to even like the three-dimensional ones.
Well, yeah, but the whole point of those is that they're deliberate puzzles set up for you to solve.
Sure.
Like that's not just how the world is. Those are created to be a challenge for you.
I don't know.
I mean, they're not my favorites either, but
I do. I just appreciated it. I think it was clever.
How long do you think we can go before people will tell that I'm dying?
You're gonna have people with some sort of conspiracy theory like, yeah.
I'm just saying before.
Whoops, Mom, you only have 6 months to live.
Before people, I'm sure everyone's gonna catch on to it sooner or later. I was gonna say something.
It's only you that hears.
I was gonna catch. Certainly, it's only me that feels it. I was gonna say something at the start, but what is this contraption? Well, this seems like a great way to die, fellas. Just trust me, Dwayne. I'm gonna get on your back and you're gonna spin around. How much? Okay, do they? What? Okay, so apparently
together they're less.
Ouch. Together we suck. Oh wow. Okay. So maybe that bronze helmet is really doing a bunch, and I also probably need. Yeah, the tonic is probably helping about a lot too. Found 80 gold inside that guy's butt.
Why you put it there? Only the cops will know.
Well, I mean, I can take a guess. Maybe he just got out of prison.
You could take a guess.
Maybe he was in prison.
That suggests that somehow
that was his layaway stash.
And he hid it in his butt.
You don't know what sort of prison, do you?
Do you know much about prison?
I've heard people talk about prison, and this is a thing that comes up. The thing they say about prison is that there's only one place you can keep anything safe. And so that's the secret.
So you're saying Heine hides, totally viable option?
I mean, viable, I guess, is the word. Effective, but costly.
Costly. Heine hides, I like that.
They call it the briefcase.
No,
I'm not joking.
Who says it?
That is just what I have.
First I was a bud, now I'm a briefcase.
That's what I have heard from people who have gone to prison. And if you are a woman, you call it your purse.
Okay.
Although
how much time have you spent with people?
I've watched a lot of interviews of people who've gone to prison, and I don't know why. I don't know. Because they're on YouTube, and I happened upon it. I was like, that's a question. I don't know.
A briefcase, not for none, but I thought it was your butt. Oh, dear. That's okay. That took a really weird turn.
Well, I don't know how we got onto that. Where'd my nose-blowing device go?
Did you hide it in your briefcase?
The pretense is about to be dropped completely.
What?
Just saying, if I was ever hoping to not sound ill, that's gone.
That's gone.
Okay, come on.
He's ill.
Sorry for that.
In case you were wondering, he's ill.
I'll do it in your ears next time.
You just did.
Well, I tried to lean as far as I could. All right, so I gotta go back to the market and buy the thing, and then I should probably save after I do this.
Oh, so back to that. What I was saying earlier about the guy that builds the videos that are he does RPG kind of videos. I'm sure you've seen some of them, where it's like
maybe
people that are playing on a bad internet, and it's like I'm gonna. When they like put an arrow in and they're like, wait till I get over to you, and it's like twing, and it's not even close to you because of the fact that they're playing on such terrible speeds as far as internet and all that kind of stuff. So one of them that I got a kick out of was when he says when you basically can shop at any or you can sell anything to like random shop owners, and it's like what if life really worked that way? And he literally walks into a coffee shop and he's like, I'm going to sell you this, and he's like, she goes, that's a stereo system, sir, this is a coffee shop, what do you, he's like, you're going to buy it, and he just hands it to her, and she's like, no, I'm not going to buy this from you, and all of a sudden it does the sound like she's just slotted it, and then it's like 15 gold, here you go, and then she just goes, what just happened?
There are certain games that restrict that, like you can only sell certain things to certain people.
I got a kick out of his video. I'll have to show it to you. It's
Ow.
If you guys know, look it up. It's great. It's pretty funny. I can't remember his channel though. I cannot recall the name of his channel, but it's quite humorous. Like he puns off the whole, like, as a woman playing RPGs, he goes a man will walk up and it'll be like, oh, you just completed this quest, here's this, this legendary what is it, armor that is going to help you, and it's this like massive cape and whatever else that he's got on, and he starts walking away, and then the woman completes the same quest, and it's like, here's this armor that you can wear that has way better stats, and then she puts it on and it's like nothing.
See, these sound like normie jokes. These are jokes that all of us in the gaming spheres have made back like 10 years ago.
Oh, for sure, but it's just different when he actually does it in a video context, because it's, I don't know, you'd have to watch the videos. They're humorous.
Well, shall we test the theory about the games we've played before, making for easier discussion, or is this game a bad example?
Well, I don't know.
You were all happy about topics you had a while back, and then we just didn't do anything for weeks. So did the topics go away, or?
No, of course not.
Okay, then we'll get them out.
Get out the topics out your briefcase.
We got 10 experience points and 3 tech points and 74 gold.
And now we have tetanus.
And a tonic. This gold smells weird.
No. Oh dear.
Don't bite it. If it's real or not, you don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
All right, let's. Now it's just making me think of the weird roly-polies from Bug's Life.
Wait, that's not a chocolate coin.
Que se baba, que se baba, que se baba.
Oh, these guys. I
Hey,
thought.
what's the? Hey!
Yeah, no. I mean, we can bring it out, I suppose. We'll bring it out.
Well, did you want some fanfare for it, or?
Yes, I'd like you to blow a trumpet.
Well, I can blow something.
Okay. Do you? Okay. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Let you just sit in that bed that you just made.
That's probably what I should be doing.
So I watched some movies. We had talked about.
Wait, movies? You only mentioned one last time.
Oh,
Are there more?
there's been movies.
Did you finally watch Good Will Hunting? That's the other one.
No.
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 Found one power tab. I don't know what that means.
So.
What?
We had talked.
What? I've been able to
You
sprint.
could have been running this whole time.
Well, the game didn't tell me I could do that.
He looks like a complete lunatic running, though. He's like, it doesn't even look like that. It's not even like the weird. Oh, they were secret bush
Hey,
hiders.
fellas. My neighbor Totoro is bloodthirsty now. Why does it take so long to do anything? Where's my tonic? Thank you.
So anyway, yeah, we had talked about movies in the past couple of videos ago, and so I watched
videos
some.
ago.
And
I was
still
reading
haven't- I
book.
still haven't done any review on it, but
Well, because you're just dumb.
I'm sorry. No, this one I would certainly give. This
When is it going to be
particular
my
movie,
turn?
So I finally.
That's actually what I find most frustrating is that Darkest Dungeon makes it very clear, like, here's the order structure.
Correct. That's what Paper Mario does too. And
Whereas this, I'm like, I don't even know when it's my turn.
Well, then you end up just rashly pushing something and then going, I just buffed when I was trying to attack.
I healed the guy who was only hurt by 2 points.
Exactly.
Now that I know where my actual health bar is, I'm just going to wait and see. I'll heal myself when I need it and tank it up until then. I don't know what MP means still. It seems to be that I can move every time I reach the top.
Percussion.
I don't even think that's a term within music.
No, of course it's not. I just made that up out my briefcase.
Please don't.
So, that bush is shaking, so you're about to
Whoop!
deal with some mean
The monster
bush.
dropped a shelter.
What?
Excuse me. I think you'll find the shelter dropped a monster. That was a very strange encounter. Okay. Bye.
Okay, so bye.
I'm getting Lost Woods vibes. I'm getting vibes that I'm not actually going to be able to get through this forest until I have some kind of a...
No, because it's the beginning where you fought the weird eaglets before.
Oh. Ow. Rude. Ooh, and those hurt. Okay, if they all do it at once, I am probably going to die. So I need to heal up at my next opportunity. It seems like I'm able to choose a move whenever the little bar reaches 8. I don't know why 8, but that's the...
Oh, is it move points?
Probably.
That makes sense.
See, the reason Darkest Dungeon works is because it goes all the way back to essentially it runs off of D&D rules.
Right.
It's like, okay, you have this many action points based on your class type. Here's the order. Literally, you basically call initiative at the beginning of every fight.
Right.
So it's like, here's the order of who's going to fight in what, whose turn comes when. So you can plan stuff out much better. Whereas this,
Very
I'm feeling
similar
like
to
I
Paper
just don't.
Mario.
What? I don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue what any of that was about. Okay, well. Oh, I am like way hurt. I am very much hurt. No! No! Okay, last time I did. Ah, I'm down to 2! Oobla! Protect! No! Yes! What?
You laid down.
How did that happen? I healed myself.
Well,
The question is, when am I going to get the chance to save with better progress?
so no, the movie that I ended up watching, at least the one that I would like to discuss, is the
there's one I don't want to
Eternal
discuss.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Which I told you about a long time ago, and you took you long
It took
enough.
me a very long time to
Did
watch
Locke
it.
just spoil you forever? Like, that was the one time I recommended a movie and you watched it immediately. And I was impressed. I was like, oh, I didn't expect you to watch that so fast. Now we could talk about it. And then apparently that ruined your opinion of me forever.
No, that's a little strong.
I can't trust your...
I certainly had to put your opinion in my briefcase for a bit.
Why is my... What are you doing with my opinion in your briefcase, Fred?
What?
It
It was like a mix between Seinfeld and...
No, it was a stretch, I'll admit, for a... That's wrong choice of words, probably. It was an attempt at a Simpsons joke.
Oh, well. There you go.
Didn't work clearly.
So, this one maybe has restored my faith in you. No, I'm just playing.
I'm gonna die!
I am curious about your opinions
Give me
because
my
this
booze.
is one I would confidently say 4.5
That's what I
at
did.
least stars.
I've thought about it, potentially joining the holy ranks.
Really like this movie, but it's not for the reasons that maybe people might think. So
Well, it might not even be for the... What was the... We tend to like the same things for different reasons often.
Okay, so I want to hear your opinion.
No, you go first.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You're going to have to divulge. This was
No.
your experience. I've already had it.
Well, I agree, but I am curious because what I
I'll
realized
tell you, just
in
not
watching
first.
the movie. Why? That's ouch. That's me.
Because you're the one who
No,
He's taunting me.
I brought it up and specifically said I want to hear what you have to say because really, when I was watching the movie, I was going, really. I think the reason why.
I hope you weren't watching it going, why did he like it so much?
Well, there's a degree of me
Why?
watching it that way, and then I went,
Why can't you just...
It's because apparently...
Ouch, it's me.
No, it's apparently you have a type, and that is...
It's not necessarily
women that are
Emily-
off the rails, bat
Emily
skates crazy.
Blunt? I don't know, because she's not the character I like in the movie. I find him more interesting.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's about him.
For sure. I'm jabbing at you a bit, but she was all kinds of crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not as bad as Yes Man. It's not as bad as Yes Man. Yes Man was comically silly.
No, but
They made her as dumb a person as she could have been.
It's not just about silly. Like the thing about this movie was she did the weird, crazy.
Well, it's the kind of thing that that's understandable.
She did it so well that it was like that. There are people that way though.
Yeah.
That are just your type.
People. No. She was not the reason I liked the movie, so I don't know why you're latching onto that.
Well, I want to know what your opinion of the movie was.
I want to know your opinion first because this was your idea. I need a drink.
Like
It's not in the game.
the movie.
I just need to drink.
I liked the movie a great deal for all probably different reasons.
Well, how about you stop saying that and start saying what they are?
First of all, I love movies that are reserved, maybe, or conservative with their use of.
You are going to have to tread carefully.
Score.
Okay.
And
that was a dumb...
No, and I loved the fact that there was such intentional silence in this movie.
I don't know that I listened to it
that
on those
I was
grounds
like,
at all.
even just at the beginning of the movie, he talks and he's like, sharing in his diary and kind of walking through his own day and stuff like that. And it was so quickly
I can
engaging.
I can avoid fights.
And then completely turn it on its head. Like, I was watching...
Oh, boy. This shelter did not drop a monster.
But at least they rode on each other, so that's going to be easier.
Oh.
Oh, you're... What?
See, there's nothing I can do in these little interim periods. Why don't they just... I attack them, they attack me. What's with the dance we got to do first? Oompa loompa doompa dee doo. Better watch your back. I'm coming for you.
Talking about prison, I thought maybe you were going to mention soap.
Yeah, well, play that too.
Anyway, so then it... Don't do it.
Dope.
No!
Okay, here's what I'm going to try is if I can save now, I'd like to. That was the wrong button. See, it doesn't let me. I think I can only save at designated points. Which is annoying, because I'd like to save all the time.
And you could save right now.
I can't. Well, I'm not going to cheat. Since the game actually gives me a proper save system, I will use it. Yeah, I was just complaining about how some emulated games don't do that. This seems like a Pokemon fight about to happen.
That's very
I'm in
true.
the tall grass. Sealed with a mysterious energy. I've met women like that.
Wow. That was just...
And there you go. Oh, hey, I made it. That was it? Okay. That was quick. Who goes there? I don't know. I'm a dude. What? Check out that hair.
You must be from the past. Or the future.
Show us your stamp collection. Wow. Queen Leanne? Is this my slut? Oh!
She is!
She is. Hello, Queen.
But there's something about him.
How did she come back in time and become a queen?
Miss Slut, ma'am?
Or was she always a queen and she got transported ahead in time? I actually, as famous as this game is, I know nothing about the actual story of it.
Queen, slut, people use different words.
Those are not used interchangeably, usually.
Depends on the context, my friend.
No!
Yes!
I
assure you.
The only context for queen...
I'm gonna just stop you right there.
I mean, I guess in a grand scheme of things, you could make the argument that every queen is a slut, but...
That's... Okay. Okay.
It's a subset of queens. Oh boy. Who's this? Oh, it's the king. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Wait, wife?
Replaced.
Hang on. Aw, she's married.
Aw, she's married. So... Carl? Then the whole...
Oh, okay, so I'm
time travel thing.
It's not it's not time travel.
Well, the whole time not being consistent within the movie and it being, okay, well, it's back here, now it's forward.
Well, yeah, it jumps around a bit.
That really, probably for the first 5 minutes, threw me for a loop where I was going, oh, okay, what's going on? And then quicker than it sounds like you did based on our previous brief discussion.
What in the...
I fairly quickly picked up on what they were doing
you.
Because I've watched similar types of movies and I went, oh, okay, this is kind of one of those, you're getting random snapshots almost as if you are reliving memory like he is, which I thought was a very remarkable device. Yeah, it was, I need therapy.
Well, see, that's what I'm more interested in. That's why I want to hear your opinions.
Well, no, I'm
as much as I liked it, I don't think that it ruined me.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't like it for the same reason, so I'm curious what you liked it for.
See, I like this. Is you're talking about types.
And then I will unpack my therapy. Purple hair is what does it. See, so we're back to the same thing. Go back to the Eternal
We
Sunshine
gotta
of
see her
Spotless Mind.
face.
She had,
she had
orange
pink
hair initially?
I don't remember.
Orange hair is what does it for you,
It's not even. That's just purple's a good color, royalty and all that. She won't. I can't see her face
Queens
though. That's a
and
problem.
sluts and purple.
Coconuts.
I was about to.
Coconuts.
That's not what I was gonna
I mean
say.
that. Hey, I just stole some clothes from your dresser. You weren't gonna wear them, right?
Panty raid.
Why didn't you tell me this was the Queen's house? All right, yeah, thanks for the bronze mail. Am I wearing it? Am I wearing ladies' bronze mail?
It's kind of chafy.
It's a little tight across the chest. Oh, I am, okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
why do you need therapy? Because it didn't.
No,
it didn't ruin me.
I'm going to force you to
I liked
communicate
it.
your opinion
I
first.
liked it.
I liked it.
I thought it was well told, and I thought it had we talked a little bit about the concept of this sort of comes down to I gotta describe the details of art that I've talked about plenty of times because of the Romantic Manifesto. Hang on. Ugh.
Nope. There he is. He's blowing.
I know he's gonna know.
I just picked that one back up from earlier.
Because apparently you had been previously misunderstanding my constant referencing of the Romantic Manifesto.
That is very true.
Because the thing that it is useful for, I see other rooms that I can't seem to reach.
Because to be fair, I had framed Rand as very much I'm going to state my...
She does have a tendency to state her opinions as
fact. And that may be unfair, or maybe at least a caricature of what she does.
Yeah, it's not like it's... The Queen awaits me?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
all right. Talk to her. She had purple hair.
I'm going to go into her private quarters.
Wait!
This is... Oh, okay, there's the... Wait, but this is the same woman.
Hair.
This is the same room! There's going to be mail in here. It's the mail I want to... It's mail! Oh, one ether. All right. Are you the same Boney as the other Boney? Queen married into the family 10 years ago. Hang on.
She still looks youthful.
Oh, it's going to be one of the... it's going to be one of these time dilation things where it's like I went in shortly after her, but the time... Like, it's an interstellar thing. Like I followed, as in like the. No, I'm saying the time gap is greater. What I mean, like, because I followed her, what seemed to be almost instantly, but those few moments may have been 10 years in actual historical time. So okay, well, so my slut got married.
Well, go and ask her. Are you a slut?
That's the problem now. Is now all I've got to. She looks even younger now than on her wedding day. Okay, or she's
time moves backwards.
Or she's replaced the Queen. Is it a quantum leap thing? She went back in time and inhabited the Queen's body, and now she's younger.
Well, that's more of an Assassin's Creed, reliving your generational ancestry.
Oh, I need to talk to this individual.
Please leave us now. Get me out of here.
Well, maybe that's exactly what she's going to say.
My name
it's you, isn't it?
Come nearer, sir. Yes, my name is Slut. Get me out of here.
Yes, okay, I will.
Who's your mama? I'm your daddy. Let's get out of here.
I'm just saying.
All
I'm saying is I think we chose our name for this individual very well.
She sent everybody out of the room so she could giggle with you on the bed.
Well, I mean, if they're listening at the door. And the joke comes back around. Yeah!
Yeah, I don't blame them. Everybody here calls me Leanie. As in Eileen. Never mind.
Is it supposed to be Leanie? Because that doesn't sound like a real name. We barely... Okay.
There's knowing and then there's knowing.
What?
Okay, so you,
Whoop.
Things just got...
Something's turning blue. Shaking my head at the camera going, kids today, so desensitized by blue
It feels
being a
like
slut.
I'm being torn apart. And then alien!
What?
If that's true...
And Pinhead from Hellraiser comes in and actually tears her apart. Whoop! Goodness.
Okay, what's happening?
This feels out of nowhere. I like
that
how
may
I
actually be what's happening.
I like how I raise my hands.
She's turning into Pinhead from...
Whoa, 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 whoa! What in the name?
You're the queen now.
I'm the queen. A little pudding pop. Well, okay. I'm gonna sleep in the queen's bed. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. What's this doing here? Okay, so we're not gonna comment on what just happened.
It's just, well...
More than my job's worth. Don't go in there. The queen's... There's a strange man tied up in my room. Don't look into it. I like how they're all at the end of the hall going, we mustn't make eye contact. We know what... We know what...
Send us into the abyss.
You know what happened last time she had a man in her quarters? Which... Whoop. Has she dismissed you already? Normally it takes longer.
You must be one of them Minutemen.
You were polite, of course. Are you a nice guy? She's asking, what? Well, I mean, I definitely did do something funny in that I did some kind of weird shoryuken and then the queen disappeared.
Shoryuken?
So, I mean, it was funny to me. No, I can imagine now that I've got the steamed hams in my head. Yes. No, probably it's wise. Probably. What?
Are you sure? Because it sure sounded like something.
You hesitated. Wait, what?
They're not gonna let.
They're not gonna believe me? Fine. Yeah, I did a weird tap dance and sparks flew everywhere.
Oh.
You dirty little gossips. They just wanted me to say it. It's not even going to affect the story, is it? I thought they weren't going to let me out of here. And what?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Okay, fine.
So you are
How about you, pal?
right.
I like how he's just like, don't even talk to me, pal.
Doing the weird generational thing.
Good on you, sir. That's a good attitude. Bye. I got no clue. Can I have one of these? I'd like one of these, please. That's lame.
So
what were you talking about? I liked it because it's well told and it's compelling and it has... Oh! Like I said, this may not have been the right... What? Who is you? Oh, my humor sometimes amazes me. Did you find a slut? I mean the girl? I'm just saying the fact that this has paid off leaps and bounds more than I expected it to.
Wow.
Because literally like, okay, what? Who are you? Oh, a hoe. What is this strange? Are you dressed as a court jester?
Yes.
I mean, okay.
I'm a court jester. I'm sure you are. I bet they mistook her for a slut. I mean, a queen.
Princess Nadia. There she is. Princess Nadia. Come on. This is too perfect. What? Cross yourself and then you become pregnant. That's how it works, ladies.
Cross yourself?
That's what the first one did. Eileen has been kidnapped. I like how this is just the decline of Western civilization. It epitomized, isn't it? Bunch of royalty wearing fancy dresses. Then over the years, you get modernized, and then you're a slut.
Then you're just walking around.
Walking around in a tube top, shaking your hips.
Walking around in a tracksuit or an athleisure outfit with your hair pulled up, heading to the next yoga class you have.
I don't know what that is.
All offense yoga is meant.
That you want to diagram that sentence? All offense yoga is meant.
I said all offense at yoga is meant. Like that that was not unintentional.
Ew.
He's making weird.
He's making creepy faces.
Pointing at his tongue. Get never mind.
You're making it very difficult to have a serious conversation now.
Well, I'm making it difficult. You just aggrandized yourself about your own humor, apparently.
Well,
singling yourself.
It's been a month and we're still benefiting from it is all I'm saying. Whoop.
Are we benefiting?
Whoop. Oh, hey, see, I like her walk better. That's not a slut walk. That is
a proper hoe.
It's a proper walk. Hey. Wait, what? Saved her from what? Please rest in the knight's quarters downstairs to the left. Okay. Downstairs to the left. Howdy, fellas. Me and a hoe are just gonna look for the knight's quarters.
You can use your room, no questions.
Hey, what do you think of this chick I've got following me? Go downstairs. Okay.
They don't even say anything to you.
Yep.
Go downstairs.
We've seen it before. What's with the purple-haired ladies everywhere?
Take a snooze.
Is that her name? Sadly, that's too long to fit, but it would be funny. Yeah, okay, fine. The king's telling me to sleep. I might as well. This is... Who's... Okay, let's go talk to Galactus. Xenan Bridge is our last... Oh, okay. I thought it said take the meat if you need rest. I'm fine now. Don't mind this person behind me. Is that it? Okay. So
you liked it because of you
Okay,
talked
so
about Rand and the fact that I had missed.
But basically, it's a work of art of any kind, and films are no exception. Has in its implicit structure a metaphysical message, whether it intends to have it or not. Because it's not like I'm saying every good film has to be like preachy, but the very choice of how to characterize, like for example, we talked about The Matrix in relation to this, because The Matrix has at least, I mean, you could argue that it has several possible interpretations, but the one that I think is implicit in the entire thing, and in fact, I like this as an example because of the fact that it's not the point of the movie, strictly speaking. I mean, it is, but the film has many more overt scenes in which characters discuss metaphysics in general.
Sure.
But the take that I'm about to say is the foundation of the whole movie, which never even actually is said exactly. Well, okay, it's said in the final movie with this whole architect scene. But it's essentially the point of the movie is that reality is preferable to delusion, which is why a character like Spider is seen as a morally weak character.
Right.
Despite the fact that, some people, the fact that it portrays him that way is communicating him taking the comfortable delusion in place of the difficult reality is an morally inferior option.
Which is interesting because I don't know that it would play culturally the same way now.
No, well, the problem is that there's a percentage of the population for whom that probably would actually make sense. But there's always going to be a percentage that won't.
It used to be that truth was preferable no matter what the context.
I don't think it's fair to say that has always been universal in the culture. There's always people who want the easy way out.
Yeah, but
I think that proportion of people may be larger than it's been in the past.
Well, that's certainly true, but what I'm
probably because we are much better at giving ourselves delusions these days.
Many people. Well, that's what I'm getting at.
The delusions are much more convincing.
The digital, the context of the digital kind of metaverse, if you will, is so widely participated in that it's not that big a leap to go, oh, everything is fake and there's actually a more sucky world.
You
out
don't have
there
a family and we're all going to die.
Well, it's like, well, no, I'll just stay in the Matrix. And many people would actually have probably made that option.
Yeah.
So that's
but that's the whole point, is that the metaphysical narrative of the film is saying that point. And it takes until the third film for that to actually be overtly stated, but it's in the first film that you're supposed to not like the guy who doesn't abide by that metaphysical reality or truth or presupposition.
Sure.
Whatever you want to call it. Hey, did you see what happened to the Queen? Well, the Chancellor's gone crazy. He goes to the cathedral every day. What does he do at the cathedral every day? I've been to that cathedral. Ain't no worshiping going on there.
Wow, well, there is.
He goes back to the church. He goes back to the church. Well, that seems to me like a hint that that's where I'm supposed to go next. So, dark cult kidnaps the Queen. How about that? That's my prediction. I mean, not that that's like out of nowhere. That seems kind of obvious at this point, but... so the metaphysical presupposition that this film puts forth, in my estimation, is not unlike that of the Matrix with the, reality is preferable to delusion, but it's deeper than that in a sense. Oh, I get to actually have two of you now. I actually don't know how that's going to affect anything. Okay, I've got to manage 2 health bars. Ugh. What has she got? She got some kind of an axe? Or a hammer, it looks like? Probably a hammer, since she's like an inventor or something. Yeah, it looks like it. The scene specifically that struck me naturally is the final scene, where basically they have gone through the illusion. I guess if we want to try and avoid spoilers. And what I found fascinating is that not only they pull a sort of, it happens almost twice where they
avoiding spoilers because I'm
fine, we don't have to, but essentially they've gone through the sort of illusory memory procedure,
right,
and then that has sort of collapsed by the end of the film for a variety of reasons, and then they end up, because of the fact that, they established it early on that the procedure didn't go quite normally because of the weird dumb college kids being dumb college kids.
Well, and partially because of his own design.
Yes. Well, okay, no. The reason it doesn't work for her is because of the dumb college kids, because they basically goofed around the whole time, and so that's why she remembers bits.
She doesn't remember bits.
No,
she doesn't.
Well, okay. The fact that Elijah Wood uses things he knew that Jim Carrey did.
Bits.
She doesn't remember them exactly, but she's aware that something's not right because the things he's doing are things she's experienced.
But that's a sense of macabre.
No, it's not. Well, it is from the audience because you're thinking, what a creep this guy is.
No,
that's what I was thinking.
What I'm getting at is...
But it makes it clear very early that him doing that, which he's very clearly not supposed to do,
of course,
is messing with the erasure procedure because he's essentially reminding her of things she is supposed to have just forgotten about. Which is why she reacts. But no, okay. Why does she react? No, it isn't. Why does she react weirdly when they go out to the ice, her and Elijah Wood, when that's exactly how she and Jim Carrey fell in love? Because she knows this. Not that she remembers this happened before, but there's a sense of this.
Right,
there's something wrong with this. It's not deja vu though. It's more than that though.
Is it though?
It's a sense of wrongness because deja vu is not always something's wrong. It's just I feel like
for me it is. If I'm feeling deja vu, typically it's like I feel like this is some sort of weird dream I'm reliving.
That doesn't inherently make it a problem, though.
Well, no, but it gives you, it's unsettling, maybe.
Sure, but it's more than unsettling in the film because she has almost a panic reaction to it.
After a while.
After several instances of him repeating things that she's supposed to have forgotten. So they makes it clear that her memory system wipe didn't work properly because he screwed it up. And then Jim Carrey sort of actively fought against it.
Yeah.
So they both kind of didn't go according to plan. But then even when they meet each other again, they don't know each other.
Right.
And so
That's what I mean.
they end up kind of having a similar, I don't know what you would call it, acquaintanceship, where they're kind of interested in each other because of, obviously they were interested in each other in the past. And then it's revealed to them that they have gone through this whole thing before and they've both had this memory procedure. And then essentially the ending scene in which she's basically trying to say, look, listen to the audio tapes. We've done this before. Why should we bother? Because it's only going to end badly again. And his response is just to say, okay. And I thought that was really well done, because essentially with the deeper assumption is not only that reality is preferable to delusion, it is further stating that living fully is worth the risk of getting hurt.
Yep.
Basically, if I could summarize it in a simple
and
sentence.
Here's where my therapy starts.
But see, this is what I think is interesting, is that, to me, when it's wrapping back around to this whole Randian concept, it's like, that is the metaphysical assumption that spoke to me, because I guess it's a metaphysical assumption that I already sort of hold.
Which is that the
living is worth suffering.
Yeah.
That you have to, I mean, it's a sort of a Petersonian concept that you have to accept on faith that living is worth suffering.
Because I was going to bring up James and Peterson and all
I
that
win.
stuff. No.
Well, they're not saying anything different this time.
It's, yeah. I was going to bring up,
but see, this is
Jordan
what's interesting, is it seems as though did the film reveal this to you? Or, because to me, I felt like it, the reason I liked it is because the reason why films usually speak to me is because they put into words a sense I already have about the world. And this is what Ayn Rand talks about in the Romantic Manifesto, is that good art is that which essentially shows you a microcosm of what the world could look like if your metaphysical supposition was universal. Is essentially saying, here is the world in which this fundamental truth that the author holds and which you as an audience member may hold was expanded. Like, now, if everyone believed like this is what the world might look like.
Right.
And so that's essentially what causes a piece of art of any kind to resonate.
Yeah.
And so to me, I felt like in some ways the film, I don't feel like I watched the film and went, oh, I need therapy because of it. Almost the film was a form of therapy, because it's like, here is your worldview fleshed out. And getting to see your worldview fleshed out sometimes is very like enlightening and even sometimes encouraging. Where it's like, oh, I'm not the only one who thinks this way, clearly. So they're not saying anything different, but I knew it. I knew this is where I had to go. All right. Vampire nuns. Spirit nuns. Clown nuns.
I'm going to go with vampire still.
Naga-et. Genie nuns. That's what I'm guessing. These look vaguely genie-esque. Although a Naga, if I remember correctly,
It's a gene pyre.
A Naga is not like an ocean monster?
A what?
I thought a Naga was like an ocean monster, like a sea snake or something like that. Although it says Naga-et, so these are female sea snakes on land. Slow spell. Uh-oh. So that's going to do what? Reduce my... I'm guessing that reduces the amount of time it takes for me. Oh, yeah, I'm hurting. Ah, they're hurting me a lot. They're all debuffing me. Get these. Feed it to him. What does ether do? I'm going to chloroform myself mid-fight. Stop slowing me. So anyways, I'm curious as to what about the film caused you to need therapy. Because I didn't feel that way about it.
I say that in a somewhat jesting context. But I agree with you 100%, and that is why it resonated. My thing is, the things that I hold...
No, she's slowing me now. Which truths you hold self-evident?
Right. I mean, the truths that I hold to be
self-evident,
fundamental in my own philosophy, I suppose, for lack of a better term. are not always
Ouch.
black and white in application. And I say that to, I mean, that sounds very cagey, but it's...
Okay, hang on. We're going to have to bring up the Halsey conversation because you talked to me about how much you need things to be black and white.
What I'm getting at, I do. Which is why this movie was so... It just hit me.
I don't think
in
it's
the
a
feels.
particularly gray movie.
It's not. At all. But so I've been without getting too far into it, I'm trying to.
You brought this up. Why are you?
The point is, I agree with what the movie's fundamental theme and purpose and truth, if you will, is, which is that life, the suffering that you experience in life is worth living it nonetheless.
Yes.
But there are times that that's not the way that you are experiencing life in the moment.
Oh yeah, but that's the whole point of the movie is that they don't. That doesn't. The reason that's a metaphysical assumption is because it isn't always going to be obvious.
Of course, which is what I'm saying. So I agree with that, and I already went into the movie going, oh, this is, I knew that was kind of the message. Once I figured it out, I was like, okay, that's the message.
Why is she using some kind of dart system? I don't think it's hurting as much as it needs to.
Well,
she had a hammer before.
She had a hammer before?
Yeah, and she was smacking people
up. Was she
up.
Harley Quinn?
Well, I mean, based on the way she's dressing, it's not unfounded. No! What's his head's hurt again? Give him the juice. Okay, so the secret to the game is buy loads of tonics at every opportunity. Finally! 32 experience points. Oh, there you go. Loads of gold. That's a good one. He's rich. Uh-oh.
Oh!
That was a full
Hack.
on. It was a full on pimp slap.
Oh!
Who? Okay.
What?
Who's Paladin Frog?